What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Red Light, Green Light Podcast, Episode 4. My name is Jeremy, and as always, I'm joined by Aaron. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
So, like we were talking about before we started recording, not too much happened this week, but we will get into what has happened. But first, we have some quick news before we get into what we've been playing. And Aaron, just jump in as you feel is needed. So, uh, Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary event happening this weekend. By the time you're hearing this, it will have already happened. I'm super excited to see, what is next for Kingdom Hearts. They kind of took the year off last year. Huge Kingdom Hearts fan, so really looking forward to seeing what they got in store. My prediction: they'll tease Kingdom Hearts 4 and also a spin-off game, but that's just me. So
Yeah, sure. Prediction when you think Kingdom Hearts 4 come out.
I don't know. It depends on when like I said, I think they're gonna do a side game first, and depends on when that comes out, and then I think they could get it out sooner if because the reason Kingdom Hearts 3 it started in 2013, didn't come out till 2019. They switched engines halfway through that cycle.
Yeah.
They went from a Square Enix engine to Unreal Engine 4. So I guess it would depend on if they're sticking with Unreal Engine 4 or they're going to try and jump to Unreal Engine 5. So we'll see. But I think if they stick with Unreal Engine 4, it could be within a few years. But if it's 5, then it could be longer. So we'll see.
Yeah. Which is crazy. You think about, but and that's what you were saying that. Like I was thinking, because people were talking about Breath of the Wild, and how it's been delayed. They're not switching engines. They literally they're using the same engine
Right.
that Breath of the Wild, and they're still. It'll be 6 years by the time when it comes out.
Yep.
So it's like it's nuts these games, but
It's
yeah.
crazy.
So, but I don't know. Kingdom. I mean, if they give a spinoff, it's I was one of those people with Kingdom Hearts. I was like, okay, well, they got all these spinoff things. It's like just give us a real game. But the spinoffs are nice because they're a good. It's almost like people right now with Breath of the Wild, are like, okay, Breath of the Wild's delayed. Well, give us another Zelda game to fill that space until we get the actual game. So Kingdom Hearts is kind of like that. There's always something. Like there's so many games. There's always something to play.
Yeah, and to some people's annoyance, the side games, the spin-off games, quote unquote, aren't really spin-offs because like the story, like
Yeah.
it plays like an integral part into what like the Melody of Memory that had story stuff at the end of that game that set up for the
Yep.
next chapter. So it's they're Nomura he's crazy. So
He's a pretty awesome storyteller. Like he knows how
yeah.
to and that's what it's about. Like regardless of the games, I mean the games are good, but the storytelling is it's phenomenal. So
Yeah. And as long as the event's not a dud, I'll see if I can get my brother Tyler in here for next week to talk
yeah,
about all things Kingdom
there you
Hearts.
go.
So
Hardcore Kingdom Hearts fan.
yeah, just nonstop. I'll
Like to
just
the
play it
yeah.
over and over and over again. I'm like, calm down. Right. Next thing, Mario Golf was added to Nintendo Switch Online N64 library. Haven't played this before, but I saw some people were saying like, "Oh, there's finally a good Mario Golf game on Switch." So
Yeah, that's what I've
kind of
heard.
dissing the Switch Mario Golf game. So
Yeah, I've never played this one either, but I guess this one has. I heard for the yesterday I was listening to somebody. This has mini golf in it, so that's supposed to be really fun. So
there you go.
we'll see.
Nobody Saves the World from Drinkbox Studio is coming to Nintendo Switch and PS4 on April 14th. So just next week. For those that don't know, that's like an indie style, almost like a dungeon crawler, but you're constantly changing classes, and it's pretty cool. I played it on Game Pass a little bit. I would like to get back to it, but it's a fun game. It looks really like the art style is really pretty. It looks good, so definitely would recommend checking that out. So THQ Nordic has having a digital showcase on August 12th. They are the developers that make Darksiders, Saints Row. Um, uh, they're making a new SpongeBob game, which I know a lot of people are excited about that. Seeing kind of like those license, like Nickelodeon style license games coming back, which is cool. And then Destroy All Humans 2 remake, I think, is coming this year from them as well. So keep an eye on that coming in August. And then last thing I got here, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, uh, Tom Clancy game from Ubisoft, no longer being updated, but a new game in the series is in development. So that wraps up the quick news. Aaron, what have you been playing this week?
All right. Well, I've acquired finally Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga on the Switch. So I've been playing that. I got it a day late because I was unsure if I was going to get the game. Like, and then I started watching because I wanted to watch reviews because obviously all I have is a Switch, so I wanted to make sure the game played well. So it does. I mean, for the most part, for Switch, it's really really good. But so I waited, and then I pre-ordered it the day before it was released from Amazon. I was like, okay, well, I know I won't get it day one, but maybe they'll get it to me like Wednesday or Thursday. So it was sold out. So completely sold out. So I got an email saying, "Oh, we'll get it to you as soon as we get some." I was like, "Well, screw that! Like, I want it as soon as possible." So, but anyways, I got it from Best Buy, so I got it the day after. Been playing it. I haven't. I'm not very far into it. Like, I need to learn how to play the game. Like, I need to kind of just get through the story first and then go back. But I keep getting distracted by the shinies. So, and so I started with episode 1. Because my mind won't let me start anywhere else because it's completely OCD, and so I love it. Like, the game is fantastic. The gameplay. I mean, I've not got a whole lot of experience in Lego games. I played parts of the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I played a little bit of the Pirates. Lord of the Rings, and then I've played all the way through the Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 3. Or 1 through 3. I think 1 through 3 or 1 through 4, whatever the first years are. And so that was so that's my experience with Lego games. And why Harry Potter was obviously a blast. I enjoyed it. This game is completely different. Like, I don't know, everything about it just feels different. There's so much. The worlds are massive. Like, you go to a planet and it's like, most of the Lego games are pretty linear. But these games are like, it's semi open world. That's how I would describe it. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the scenery. I'm enjoying the backgrounds. It's really got me in the mood to rewatch the Star Wars movies. And so it's exciting. Like, I can see sinking like hours upon hours upon hours into this game. So definitely a collectathon. Obviously you can play the game without collecting. You don't have to collect, but the replay value is super high because there's tons and tons and tons of things to collect. And the game is even hinted at there's a reward for those who complete it 100%. So kind of excited to see what that is. But yeah, so overall, highly recommend this game. I would say this is, I don't know if I'd say 10 out of 10. I mean, there's some things on the Switch, but I would definitely give it like an 8 or 9 out of 10 for sure. Gameplay wise, 10 out of 10, 100%. So
I've also been playing Lego Star Wars on Xbox Series X, and it runs really great. Apparently it's the best, like, outside of PC. It's the best console version, which is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Playing that, but there's it runs on Switch pretty well apparently and stuff like that. So that's good. But yeah, it's been really fun playing. I grew up, Lego Star Wars, the original, the first, the prequel trilogy, that came out when I was, I don't know, 10 or 11. And so I've just I grew up playing the Lego Star Wars games, and then so it was really cool. And I've played other Lego games since then, every now and then, but Lego Star Wars is always just the one that's always been at the top for me, and it's been really fun playing a new version of that's new and improved, you could say. Like you said, the backgrounds look like it looks unreasonably good for a Lego game. It's like you guys went really hard on this, but it looks good, it plays good. Like you said, definitely a collectathon. I was just kind of looking a little bit ago, like what the requirements are for like 100%ing, and it was like like almost 100 hours of collecting and all that. So I'm like, okay, so
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm
that's
just yeah. So I'm just trying to get through this all the story stuff first, and then you go back and start collecting things once you've unlocked the different character types and like upgrading the classes, which is really cool that they've added that in like a new class system. That's really cool that you can spend your rewards on that, as well as it's not just buying new characters. It's buying like new force power or upgrades and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
that's one thing I found really interesting about it. It's like that's what I heard somebody when I was looking because I was looking at reviews for the game. I heard somebody say, Lego games are kids games that adults can play, and I was like, I get that, because
Yeah.
they're definitely on that level of kids because it's the Legos and kids they're totally in the Legos and the games are easy. But then somebody said that Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is an adults game that kids can play, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I can see that because there's like you can play the game surface level, so you could probably get through the game without upgrading anything. But
Yeah.
having the ability to upgrade and make the game like you basically make it your own makes it. It's got that adult aspect to it, the RPG element, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
which, like you said, I think is really exciting. It's really cool. But I haven't upgraded any of the characters. I've been focusing on trying to get more studs.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
But
Getting the true Jedi and yeah, getting the all that
yeah,
good
so
stuff. So
it's cool. But no, yeah, I agree. It's definitely a really cool game.
did you get the deluxe edition or just the standard one?
I got the standard.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah.
Um because I know the deluxe edition, if you got it physically, comes with like a little minifig for the uh like a Lego figure,
I
which is
didn't
pretty
get
cool.
that. Well, I so kind of with the story of the acquisition. So when I ordered it from Best Buy, I ordered it for store pickup, and they sent me an email and said that my that emailed me when the game's ready, and then there was two items on my list. I'm like, why is there two items on my list? And there was one. It was a steel case, and I'm like,
Mm,
oh, I'm not gonna get that. It's out of stock. They're not gonna. It's probably why supplies last. And
yeah,
so it was. Well, they emailed yesterday. They emailed me and told me it was ready, and so I was able to acquire a steel case for the game just because I
nice.
bought it from Best Buy. I didn't even pre-order it. I just bought it. Like
Yeah,
I don't know if that was a mistake on their part, but I'll take it.
all right. That's it. Yeah, steel cases are nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
got. I'm not sure who it is on the front, but it's like a one of the characters, like it's a Lego character, and he's just like ingrained in like a wall. It's
Oh
pretty
yeah, that
cool.
would have been. I think that's Han Solo, like in the um. Oh, what's it called? I can't. Can't think of the word, but he gets like they trap him in there, and he gets sent to Jabba's palace in the movies, but I can't remember
Oh
what
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
carbonite. That's
Yes,
the
that's
word.
what. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's
yeah.
really cool.
So yeah, it's really nice. So that's cool that you were able to snag that.
Yeah, that's what I told Christy. I said they're never gonna like this. Has got to be a mistake. They're I'm never gonna get this. Like they're sold out. And then so I was pretty excited. So
Yeah, very cool. So was that all that you had played this week? Lego Star Wars.
yep, just Lego Star Wars.
Okay, cool. So yeah, mostly for me too, like a Star Wars. But I did pick up Halo Infinite, which we'll talk about later. But season 2 was announced, and it kind of inspired me to go back to finish up the battle pass. So I've been playing a little bit of Halo Infinite, which is it's fun, it's good. And then so I saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2 last night
Nice.
in the movies. It was really good. It's surprising to me that Sonic is the one that kind of cracked the video game movie television style.
Yeah.
Like he's the one that, like, because it respects the game, like game lore, but it also like tells its own story, which is really cool. Um, so I would definitely recommend it to people who like Sonic or have kids that would enjoy the movie and stuff. So um, I know you hate Sonic though, Aaron.
I do. Sonic is.
I think you would like the movies though. I think you would.
That's what Roger. That's what my brother keeps telling me. Like he's like, you gotta watch it. You gotta. I was like, I know, I probably should, and I need to, and I don't know. It's just every time I just there's something else pops up. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting, and I watch this.
That's funny.
But I'll get around to it. I promise. I have access to Sonic on my brother's like Voodoo account. Like he bought the movie, so
There
I'll
you
watch Sonic 1, and then we'll think about Sonic 2, I guess.
go. um, and then on the other hand, Halo TV. It gets worse every week. So, like, I was talking about, episode 1, I was like, it's disappointing, but they could, make it something good. Then episode 2 came out, and I'm like, oh no, this is even worse. Like, what are they doing? This is bad. And then the third episode came out this week, and it went from, oh, this is bad, it's making me sad that they've done this, and then now it's just laughably bad. Like, it's bad, it's so bad it's funny. Like, I started cracking up at a part in this last episode. So yeah, that's disappointing. That I'm still gonna watch it just because I want to see what how it goes. But definitely can say with certainty, do not watch this with your children.
Oh no.
There's some adult content in this show, which is the part that made me laugh. I'll tell you about that later. But anyways, so yeah, that's the Halo TV show update. I'll probably talk about it again when the whole season's over, but just wanted to say that it's not good, and it's just getting worse every week. So
It's funny. Yeah, I just acquired Paramount Plus, and I saw
oh
it on
yeah,
there, and I'm like I was like, maybe I should watch this. And every time I go to try to watch it, I flash back to what you said about it week 1. I was like, maybe I'll watch something else.
yeah, right, exactly. So, but yeah, so there you go, Halo TV show. So we'll get into the news now here. Number one, Activision Blizzard has announced it is converting over 1,000 US based temporary QA workers to full time employees with a pay increase to $20 an hour and allowing them full benefits. This move will increase the full time staff there by 25%. So obviously, this is a really good move by them after about a year now of really bad PR, bad practices at their company, and then obviously with Microsoft coming in, people are more hopeful that they'll really turn things around there. But it's nice to see that they're making some good moves here.
Yeah, and those workers, those QA, like those. That's a very important kind of cog in the system, if you will. They're the ones, like that's the last line of defense before the game gets released. Like that's the last. So the game gets done, the QA gets it, and they play it. And they're the ones that look for the bugs and the
Yeah.
the frame rate issues and anything that's going to break the game. So once it goes through QA and it passes QA, the next step is released to the to the public. So QA workers are kind of an important thing to have on your staff. They may not be developers, but they're kind of your accountability to the developers. So, they're there to, which is crazy because, you're getting paid $20 an hour to play video games, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, I've thought about that before in the past, like, these people get paid to play video games, but there's probably a lot of stress because I would imagine it's not like they're sitting down for fun. Like they got to sit down and they got to literally dissect every part of the game. And
Yeah.
they got to probably got deadlines that they got to meet. You have to have this game completed or find these things within, you have a month to play this game and let us know what you think or something like that. So
Mhm.
there's probably a lot of like crunch and stress, but like I said, the QA or quality. I mean, I think it's quality assurance is what it stands for. Those are kind of
Mhm.
important. Like they're an important piece of the system. Like if some of these companies had good, like if Project CD Red had a good QA, then that game may never made it to the market. just,
Yeah.
just saying. So
Yeah, like it's definitely it like yeah, they get to play video games for a living, but it's also like they don't just play through the whole game like how normally people would
hmm
like they have to like try and break it, like
yeah,
like make sure like you can't break it. So and then write down oh, I wore this hat into this room and then the game froze like and crashed. So it's like random stuff like that they have to do. So um but yeah, like um it's definitely good to see that they're able to give these people actual full-time benefits and pay and all that, which is really that's important. And it's good to see. And it's good to see Activision kind of starting to turn things around even before Microsoft has officially acquired them. So even if the Microsoft thing falls through, they at least they're making some good moves here. So
I really hope it doesn't fall through. I don't know. I like Activision Blizzard. I mean, I like the games that they produce. I've always liked the games they produced. I mean, obviously, I'm a
mm,
huge fan of Diablo. Love Diablo. I've liked Overwatch and some of the other stuff they've done. So I hope it doesn't fall through because I'd like to see Microsoft take it over and just kind of. I think they could put more money into it, which is crazy to think
mm,
about. But they could, more money, more passion, more. They can get just yeah. I think they could just completely overhaul the um the structure and then bring a whole new community to the games because
for
you're
sure.
you're combining the Microsoft community with the Blizzard community, which is cool.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Well, obviously Activision, very big, important part of Xbox now, so we'll be keeping an eye on that, and moving forward. Number two, season 2 of Halo Infinite has been given a release date along with several key details. The season is titled Lone Wolves, and it's launching on Tuesday, May 3rd. The new battle pass does not expire, like the first one. The first one does not expire either, which is nice, and will now allow players to earn credits to buy in-game. It says show items, but in-game store items, cosmetics, and even the next battle pass. So a la uh, Fortnite. Fortnite lets you buy stuff in the store, earn credits in the game, and buy stuff in the store, and then you can even use the credits for the next battle pass, which is it's a good good move there.
yep.
Um, it is also believed new maps will be launching as well as new modes, land grab, King of the Hill, and a new free for all elimination mode. So I know you haven't really played Halo yet, Aaron, but it's it's cool to see that they're uh, making moves here because Halo Infinite. A lot of people would say it's the game is good, but it's lacking in content. So hopefully that this is the start of that more content being added to the game and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. This yeah. This is cool to see him. Updating. Yeah, like I said, I haven't played it, but I listen to a lot of people. Like I follow this dude on YouTube. His name is Spawnwave. He is a huge fan of Halo. So he's him and the other people that he's affiliated with, they all play, and he's been talking. He kind of maxed out the battle pass and all that stuff, and he was talking about how there's just nothing left to do in the game, and he's been
Mhm.
talking about it for a while. So it's good to see this, and it's also like I think they need um basically this is I was super excited. Like this was one of the things I was like, if I'm gonna get an Xbox, this be the game I want. The Xbox 4, and then it kind of fell off, and I was like, well, that's depressing. And I was like, so there's this huge hype for it, especially in the time because there's no other games like it right now. Like there's nothing to compete with, and so
Mhm.
I'm like, man, they're dropping the ball. So hopefully this is a good sign of things to come because, like, yeah, I think they need a refresh.
Yeah, I definitely think they can turn it around because while it's like I said, it's lacking in the content. People who've maxed out the battle pass don't really have much else to do right now. I think they can turn it around because games like Destiny and Destiny 2 have been in much worse places than Halo Infinite is right now, and people say Destiny 2 right now is the best it's ever been. And then uh, you know, uh, once they say Forge is supposed to come in season 3, once they add that, it's over because that's where a lot of the um, community content comes in. People make up new game modes, they create maps, and sometimes in the past they've taken certain game modes and they've added it into the playlist, which is really cool. So once they get that in, like I said, season 3 is what they've said they'll get that Forge in. That'll be really awesome because back in the day, me and my buddies in Halo 3, and um, we really went crazy with Forge, and especially right, Fortnite and Minecraft are all the rage with the
Mhm.
building and stuff. So um, and Halo's had that history with Forge, so it's really exciting. So I think they'll this time next year, I think Halo Infinite will be in a really good place. So
Yeah, I agree. I think I think Forge is the most exciting thing about the game right now. Like the most exciting thing to look forward to, I should say. So I think any game that has a good, I shouldn't say, I should, yeah, I want to emphasize good community building
mhm.
aspect to it. I think those games are usually, they do well. That's a pretty hype thing. Like that's why, Fortnite's, where when they added you can build your own map, like you mentioned it's that kind of added a new player base to it,
Mhm.
increase. And so yeah, and you got games like Mario Maker, which is popular because
Yeah.
it's in Mario gets stale because you play the same levels over and over again, but then you got people who create these awesome levels and it gives you an infinite amount of levels to play. And so I think adding that to Halo, I think that'd be exciting. Like just having
Mhm.
people create their own levels. And some people out there are very, very smart and a lot smarter than I am. So
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
reap their hard work.
Yeah. There's so many classic Halo Forge modes. Like there's it's called Duck Hunt, where you have a guy in a box with a sniper rifle, and you're trying to shoot all the ducks, all the people going through this obstacle course. Jenga Tower, where players are on this huge tower of just random objects, and someone's at the bottom, and they're trying to knock them all off. And uh, there's like I said, there's all kinds of game modes that have come from Halo in the past, and I'm looking forward to seeing them come back with the new engine, new forge, and all that. So we'll move on to number 3 here. Remedy and Rockstar Games have partnered to create a remake for Max Payne 1 and 2 for current gen consoles and PC. Remedy will handle development while Rockstar handles financing and publishing. The remake will use Remedy's Northlight game engine, which was used to develop Control. It is important to note that this remake is likely several years away, as Remedy is working on a Control sequel, the survival horror game Alan Wake 2, and a multiplayer game already. So, Aaron, have you ever played the Max Payne games before?
I played Max Payne 1
Okay,
back in the day.
so yeah, I've never played these, but I've heard that it's kind of basically like he's like the Punisher, which is really cool to me. So it's kind of I'm looking forward to seeing this kind of come back. Obviously, it's hugely popular and all that. So
Yeah, the biggest thing I took from the game when I was growing up was bullet time. Like you had this thing you
yeah,
like took and it slowed time down, and you were able to like basically it was like
hmm
Matrix, but everything. So time was
right.
slowed completely down. You could like dodge bullets and fire bullets, and so. But yeah, bullet time was really cool. So it'd be cool to see what they do with with this one as they update it with obviously current gen graphics and stuff.
Yeah. And they actually just added last year. They added Max Payne 1 and 2 to backwards compatibility on Xbox, so
Yeah, which
you
is
can
cool.
still play the classic versions there. So
And I know people are happy about this because people are like, "Well, is Rockstar going to make any other games besides, you know, Grand Theft Auto?"
right,
And like, so apparently they are going to at least team up with another company, at least throw some money at another company to make another game,
right,
so they
yeah,
can appease people and say, "Okay, well, here's our name, leave us alone."
right, yeah.
But
Because like obviously GTA, the biggest money maker ever.
absolutely,
But but they've made other good games. Like I know people really like Bully, that game.
mm-hmm.
There's and then they have other ones, and obviously their other big one, Red Dead Redemption, which I know that people are kind of unhappy with them about. I guess they've kind of abandoned the online of that, so that's disappointing to hear that. And then obviously they kind of fumbled with the GTA trilogy remaster last year, so hopefully they can kind of get back into that the good graces
Well,
with people here. So
there's a rumor from Rockstar, or from not from Rockstar, but there's a rumor that Rockstar is developing a Grand Theft Auto
mhm.
for the MetaQuest. So
uh, MetaQuest.
yeah, so that is a rumor. But so the Quest 2 is supposedly getting a uh sorry, Grand Theft Auto, and I'm assuming 5, like VR version
Yeah,
designed specifically for it. So
interesting.
which could
I
be
bet
cool.
people will be all over that.
Yeah, I mean, it would take the whole role playing aspect to a whole new level, like because
Yeah,
like you would be the
we
character.
yeah, because like people go crazy in that oh VR chat.
Yeah,
That it's like a game, but not really a game.
yeah,
Uh,
I've heard about it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I heard it gets weird.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Uh, there's actually a whole YouTube channel where this guy goes into VR chat and he like interviews just like random people, and it's sometimes it's really sad because like these people are like just have like depressing stories of their lives, and like but anyways it does like some of them avatars are weird,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I've heard like there's some like furries in the game. There's a whole furry world. I'm like, yeah, no, nobody wants to
yeah.
go there.
Right, we don't go there. Yeah.
And it's dude, it's sad because this game has got like no restrictions, so anybody of any age can go wherever they want to.
Yeah,
And it's like,
exactly. But
uh,
it's kind of cool like that. Like it's just like a world. Like you can just do whatever.
yeah, I've
Like
heard there's some
so.
interesting stuff in there. Like I've heard people talk about it. They have said it's it's pretty wild. Like
Hmm.
so. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, if they do design this, obviously Rockstar, it would be a refresh. I think, like you said, people would be all over that. They go nuts over it. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, but Rockstar is they're just bringing in the money. They don't care how they have to do it. They're just doing it.
All right. Yeah, for sure. Number four, Crystal Dynamics franchise general manager for Tomb Raider, Dallas Dickinson, has confirmed that the studio has, quote, just started development, quote, unquote, of the next game in the Tomb Raider series, and they will be using Unreal Engine 5. He said, quote, our goal is to push the envelope of fidelity and to deliver the high quality cinematic action adventure experience that fans deserve from both Crystal Dynamics and the Tomb Raider franchise, end quote. They have not yet said where in the timeline this new game takes place. And also, Jeff Ross, who led development on PlayStation's Days Gone, has announced that he has joined Crystal Dynamics as design director.
Hmm.
Aaron, did you play any of the newer Tomb Raider games that came out last 10
I,
years?
I I think I might have played a little bit of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I think on the PS4.
Okay.
I played one, but not really. I kind of felt like so. I don't know. Maybe I'm one of the weird ones. So I played the OG Tomb Raider back in the day on PS1,
Hmm.
which by the way was groundbreaking. It was an amazing
Yeah.
game. Like she actually raided tombs. Imagine that Tomb Raider going into actual tombs. Whoa. So as the games went on, the Tomb Raider 2 and all those, they started to get a little bit more funky, and I kind of fell off. Like I liked the adventure aspect where she went into the the crazy places, and then as the
Hmm.
time went on, Square went one way with it and started making her more of a I don't know, like a undercover agent type deal, and I don't know, I didn't like that. I like
Hmm.
the treasure hunter, like the Indiana Jones aspect of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they say that I've played all the new ones. I didn't play the original, PlayStation 1. I did play one of the middle, I guess like the middle series games that was on 360.
hmm
I can't remember which one it was, but I do remember liking it. But they say that the ones that they've made the last 10 years, that's like it's like a prequel. So it's like in the same timeline, I guess. So I guess some people are thinking like, oh, maybe like they'll take this next one into the more like the original style, like not just like obviously they want it to be really high quality, but like um I guess like similar vibes, I guess you could say, like similar feel to
so
the
that'd be cool.
original. Yeah.
See,
So
the original one had like platforming. I mean, it was a little, it
mhm,
was 3D, so the platforming was a little different, but it had platforming, it had puzzle solving, which I know the new ones have puzzle solving. It wasn't
mhm,
just all the action. The action was kind of like it was kind of like a second thought. You could be exploring a tomb and then a random wolf would pop out, or a random
mhm.
bear, or you had to go swimming and there'd be fish or something like that. So I don't know, like, but obviously the I get the game has to evolve, but I don't know, I just kind of like, for me personally, I just fell in love with that whole the aesthetic of it in the original one, and then as time went on, it changed.
Mhm.
So, but it could be cool if they take it back. If they take it back, it'd be really neat. And like, they're not bad games, but I wouldn't, like I said, like they're by any means. I think they're all really good, and I think obviously gameplay wise, they all evolved really well. Like the first one's very hard to control, but as they went on, they
Mhm.
made it a lot easier. So,
Yeah, I think and this is also good for Crystal Dynamics because they made Tomb Raider, like the reboot Tomb Raider, the first one,
yep.
and then they made Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then they went over to make Avengers, which obviously did not go well. So I think this is a like they're getting back to what they were good at, um, and then obviously Crystal Dynamics is also helping Microsoft with Perfect Dark. We talked about that a few weeks ago, but um, I think this is a good move for them because obviously the live service stuff didn't work out with them making it. So, going back to what worked for them is definitely a good idea for them to do. So, be keeping an eye on that. That's probably obviously just started development, so we won't see that for maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I would
So.
say yeah, at least 4 years.
Next up, number five, Aaron, you added this. YouTuber and industry insider Nate the Hate claims Mario plus Rabbids 2 will be released in 2022.
Yeah. So there's this YouTuber, and obviously I say industry insider because he's got an inside somewhere. And he has said and that Mario plus Rabbids 2 will be released. This is concrete, no rumors. He has been told that, like, from somebody inside Ubisoft, that this game is coming out in 2022. Um,
Nice.
he's very reliable. This guy, like so I follow him on YouTube. He's got different two different channels on YouTube. One's called Direct Feed Games, where it's just him playing games and talking about it. And he's got Nate the Hate. Obviously, he's got a podcast he does with a guy named MVG, which I talked about before. He works at Nightlife Studios, which
Mm-hmm.
is an indie development company. And he claims that he has been told that this game will be released in 2022, which before and even to date, we have, not from the horse's mouth, that this game is even coming out in 2022. Like, there's been no talks of release of this game. So it's just like, this could be our holiday game that everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
Like, since
Yeah, that
Zelda's gone,
could be.
this could be the big holiday release.
Yeah. This
So
and Pokemon. Yeah,
yeah, so you
for
get
sure.
Pokemon in what,
And Mario.
November, and then
Yeah.
Rabbids in December.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, which I'm okay with that. Like Mario plus Rabbids is a great game. So,
Yeah,
but
and we know that Nintendo likes to release a Mario game every year, and uh, this could be it. So I know, obviously there's Mario Strikers, but it's not like it's a sports Mario game,
yep,
we could
yep.
say. So it's kind of different, but that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like I said, this guy, if it was if it was anybody else, I'd be like, okay, whatever, it's just grain of salt. But like I said, I can't off the top of my head. But this guy has called quite a few things like
Hmm.
in the past, like he's said, and they've come to fruition. Um, so yeah, this is pretty exciting for me. I think this is neat. So we'll see if it, as
Very
time goes
nice.
on. I think all these things, if they're going to be concrete, we'll find out in June. Obviously, around the E3
Oh
time
yeah.
when E3 would have been, we're going to get all these people. I think Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo will release their plans for the second half of 2022. So
Yeah, for sure. Exciting. Um, and then last thing I got here, we have some Xbox Game Pass editions for April. Already available now. Cricket 22 for cloud and console, if you like to play cricket games. MLB The Show 22 for cloud and console. Baseball. Chinatown Detective Agency for cloud, console, and PC. Dragon Age 2 for cloud on April 7th. And Chinatown Detective Agency is also April 7th. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare for cloud, April 7th. Star Wars Squadrons for cloud on April 7th. Life is Strange True Colors for cloud, console, and PC, April 12th. I'm looking forward to this one. I told my wife I'd play this with her, so she
nice.
likes the story games. So Panzer Corps 2 for PC on April 12th. Game called The Dungeon of Nahil Beck on April 12th for PC. And Lost in Random for cloud, console, and PC on April 14th. So, and also games leaving soon. Game Pass leaving soon. MLB The Show 21 is leaving April 15th. Rain on Your Parade, The Long Dark, and Pathway also leaving April 15th. And also F1 or Formula One Racing 2019 leaving April 18th. So you better get on those if you are making your way through those. So that is all the news that I have for today. Like we said, slow week this week for the most part. Next week, obviously, will be pretty exciting for me, anyways, with the Kingdom Hearts stuff. And then I did not create a topic of the show today just because I forgot to make one up. Uh, so we will have to. I think next week unless it's like just kind of a dud. The Kingdom Hearts stuff will probably be the topic of the show next week, just because I know Tyler and I will probably have a lot to say, just in regarding like what was announced and what that means for like the future stuff. So, but games coming out this week. You have on April 12th, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim for Switch. April 14th, you have Cat Cafe Manager for Switch and PC.
Day one buy right there.
Yeah, right. Uh, Nobody Saves the World, we talked about earlier for PlayStation and Switch, April 14th. Game called Road 96 for PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation, or Xbox. I think that is a story based action adventure game, I think.
Yeah.
And then also, oh, actually, that's next week. So that is it for this week. Aaron, it's a good time talking to you today
It was a
about
good time.
all the game stuff happening. If you liked what you heard today, please like and subscribe, leave comments, all that good stuff. You can follow us on Twitter at JustOkJeremy for me, and then at Aaron Young 83 for Aaron. And then for the show, it's at Red Green Light _ You can find us there. So, Aaron, any last words before we head out?
Nope. Just hope you enjoyed the show and enjoy your video games. And we enjoyed talking to you. And again, just as Jimmy said, like us and on whatever platform you listen to, just helps other people hear the show. So again, appreciate everybody listening. Again, hope you have a good week, and we'll talk to you next week.
We're gonna go play Lego Star Wars now.
That's exactly right.
Bye.